Hello, and welcome to beautiful Marina del Rey, California, where we will be having a chess lesson. This is Dave's boat, and the name of the lesson is Opposition. What's that? Let's find out. Whoop. Here we have a situation of opposition. What makes it a situation of opposition is an odd number of squares between the kings. If it was 3 squares, it would be long-range opposition. We're not going to be messing with that today. We're going to keep it simple. 1 square. Whichever king has the move, the other king has opposition. Or to put another way, the king that does not have the move has opposition. It's important, and we'll find out why. The reason it's important is whichever king has opposition, it can make forward progress. And the king which does not have opposition must give way. The kings can never approach each other. They can never be 1 square apart. Therefore, if it's black's move and white has opposition, white can make forward progress. Whichever way black goes, white goes the other. Black goes that way, white goes this way. He's making forward progress. Black tries to cut him off. White steals the opposition again. Black goes backwards. He keeps the opposition. Black moves to the side. White moves to the side, and he now controls all the squares in front of the pawn trying to queen. Or if he was just trying to make progress, he can now go to this file. It's important and clearly demonstrated when white is trying to queen a pawn. In this position, if black has the move, white has opposition, and he wins. If it's white's move, black has opposition, and it's a draw, and we will see why. Let's assume that it's white's move. He cannot make forward progress. Whichever way he goes, black can keep him out. Black goes here, white goes there. Black goes there. White goes this way, black goes this way. Again, white's not making forward progress. So, in order to make forward progress, he has to push the pawn. But by doing so, he winds up stalemating the king, which is a draw. So, white goes this way, black goes this way. Since he can't make forward progress with his king, he pushes the pawn there. And black stays in front of it. Now, white can't do anything other than push the pawn again. If he goes backwards, then he just has made no progress. If he goes over here, black will wind up winning the pawn. So, in order to win, he has to push the pawn. So black steps straight back. That's important. This is an important position. We're going to look at it why. Because if black screws up, then white will win. In this position, if black goes this way, white seizes the opposition and wins, because he can escort in the pawn. Black goes here. White pushes the pawn again, but black can't seize the opposition because of the pawn, so he has to give way. White goes here, and he can then escort the pawn in. So, therefore, in this position, black must go back in front of the pawn. Here. White can't push the pawn. Let me show that better. Here. White can't push the pawn, black will just take it. So white has to try and escort it in with his king. In that case, black now again seizes the opposition. When white pushes the pawn, check. Black steps in front of the pawn, and white has to go here, or else he loses the pawn, and this is a stalemate. It's black's move, but he has no place to go. So it's a stalemate. Were he in check, it would be checkmate, but black's not in check. He has no moves, and he's not in check. Draw, stalemate. Let's go back. This time, it's black's move. White has opposition. White wins, because whichever way black goes, white will go the other way and win the game. Let's see that demonstrated right now. My hands are starting to cramp up, but here we go. Whichever way black goes this way, white goes this way. If black goes here, then white just checks. Black can't go here, so he goes here, white goes here, and he now controls all the queening squares in front of the pawn. So he just escorts it in and queens. Black can't get in front of it. Let's look at it one other way. Okay. Black goes here, white goes here. Okay. Black goes backwards. Now, again, white has to be careful. If white goes here, black seizes the opposition. Once again, it's a draw. But white doesn't go there. White keeps the opposition by going here. Again, what is black to do? If black moves away, then white just easily escorts the pawn in. So black tries to stay in front of the pawn. Okay, now white pushes the pawn here. Again, if black goes here, oh, he has opposition. But no, he doesn't, because again, white pushes the pawn. And black has to give way. White has opposition here. Black goes here. White goes here. It would be a stalemate if white was here, but he's not. He's here. Where does black go? He can't go here. It's check. So he has to give way, and white escorts in the pawn. Opposition. Extremely important. And that's our chess lesson for today. Stay tuned for chess lesson number 2. But that is at a later date and on a date. See ya.